Alright, so you can see it has a lot of flavor to it. It's just a nice little rhythm pattern. So let's get into actually how I used electricity and what I did to kind of get that. Alright, when you're setting up electricity, they have optimization PDF that you can actually go to uh VIR2 website and actually download, and it'll show you kind of how to optimize electricity to get better play out of it. Because what they say is electricity is set up for live mode, and it's not really good when when you're actually playing like a MIDI track. So well, a lot of producers we use MIDI tracks that we play. So you got to go in and do some optimization. I know under the calibration, I can't remember it all because I look at the PDF every time I try to do this, and when I do it, I actually go ahead and save it as an electricity preset, so I don't even bother with it no more. But I do remember one of the ones you have to do is the calibration. Um, if you go to the settings tab right here, so that's the performance. This the settings tab. Uh, you want to go right here where it says calibration chord detection mode, and turn this little wheel all the way to where it says sequencer, and in parentheses it has poly, solo, and legato. So that's one of the ones. And then in the actual strumming, no, humanize. You want to go to the humanize part, and as you can see right here, I'm using the 0 millisecond, but you can adjust this. I think the default is 3, but for the track that I was doing, um, you can adjust the sloppiness and all these other 3 right here. Pretty much is what you want to concentrate on, and then you adjust those to make the guitar sound or fit with the latency and everything of your track. So those are 2 that I remember. You can go to the website and actually look for the PDF or the video. Or so. I downloaded the PDF to figure out how to optimize it. So, but all right, when you get all that done, of course you can go to the little performance setup, and the way I work is I like using the second option, which actually lets me use my mod wheel to control the articulation of the guitar. Because sometimes when you're playing, you don't strike it as hard, and I play kind of soft when I play my keys, especially when I'm doing chords. That's just the way that I play. So when you're playing with the first articulation, which is what it's set to at first, then when you strike the notes at a lower velocity, it's gonna give you a different sound. It's not gonna give you that full strum stroke that a guitar player would use when he's actually using playing rhythm guitar. So I put it on the second articulation, and it allows me to control that using my mod wheel. Come out of setup, and of course, you can set the volume of the guitar pickup, the tone of the guitar, the tone of the volume release, volume noise. You can do all of these things. Now, one of the things that I do when I'm using it to play rhythm guitar is I take the strum direction, and if you can see right down here, I make my strum direction always on the downstroke. So that allows me, move this over here, to when I'm on the first bar or the second bar, you can see how I have it split up. when I play the chord on the first bar, it's always at a downstroke. Now, why you can go to YouTube and look up how to play rhythm guitar, and there is a couple of videos out there that will actually show you the downstroke, upstroke. It's really actually a pattern to playing the rhythm guitar. So if you can learn that pattern, you can actually mimic it as you can mimic it using MIDI notes that you play on your keyboard. So when I play the chord, it's on the downstroke. But hold on, let me pull up the keyboard on contact for y'all. All right. So now when I play F sharp 5, which you can see I have it as a MIDI note right here. So when I play the chord, it's the downstroke. But when I hit F sharp 5, it's an upstroke. So when guitar players are playing, they're playing at a down up. But the key to getting a good rhythm part is the chuck part, which is where they strum. I guess, I'm not a guitar player, so if I say this wrong, I know a guitar player will probably come and leave a comment. But anyway, when you strum on a down chuck, it mutes it so you get that kind of click sound off of the strings. So it's like bling bling chink. So that's there you go. It's a sound anyway. So once you get that, you can kind of construct yourself a pattern about how you doing it. Like with this one, it was a downstroke with the chords, two upstrokes, and then I used a down chuck. So it was so when you do it, you actually get this. So what I'm doing with the chuck is I'm kind of muting the chord. That's what's so good about Electricity. I don't have to actually play that chord again because it's in the chord memory. So it allows me to play the chord one time and then trigger it however I want to using the upstroke or the downstroke or the up chuck or the down chuck. So when you're playing it, you can get like a real nice style, real nice rhythm going. So now you got yourself basically what you're doing with the down and upstroke and the chucks is basically creating yourself a arpeggiating pattern. For a lack of a better description, that's pretty much what I did. I took one chord and kind of triggered it off and on when I wanted to. Now the key to playing guitar, a lot of people was like, well, how do you get that sound? Well, guitar players will tell you that while they like different guitars and different guitars will give you a different sound of how you play it and everything like that, the key to it is the actual effects and amps that you use behind the guitar. So what I did was I went in and I added myself a couple of different effects. I used Tony Maserati. If I said his name wrong, man, I apologize. But this was the first that I put off of my good guitar chain to actually process the guitar. So, and then behind that, I actually used Guitar, which is another Waves plugin, which is really good. And then I used the Helios channel. So basically, it went through a lot of processing from the original, which, here, let me mute those. Of course, this is the original. All right. If reversing the chain. Starting to sound a little bit better. You can really hear that chuck in there now. Alright. See, it's starting to sound a little bit better now. Yeah, now we got a better feel to it. See, now you got a nice rhythm guitar part. You going and you vibing to it. It's sounding pretty decent. So now what I did was the last part, and I actually took it off before I resampled. If you go to machine tutorials and you don't know how to, if you don't know how to do what I'm about to kind of explain, go to machinetutorials.com, look through the site, you actually figure it out for yourself. But what I do is, since Machine only gives you 3 processing slots, I actually go and create a processing spot on a different pad channel, and I'll put an effects. And what I did was, to get the final sound that I really wanted, I went and added the where is it at? Yeah, the NLS channel, which is new from Waves and sounds really, really good. So what I did was, I took my whole guitar channel and ran it through the pad channel 5 and added like 2 more effect slots. But I took them off because, of course, Machine is single core and I needed the processing power. So I just got rid of those 2. So the final sample, let's go ahead and freeze that. Because if you look in the right hand corner, when it was playing a minute ago, it was already starting to peak. So we're going to freeze that, put the guitar sample back on, and we get, now that we resampled, we're not using any processing power, but we still got that guitar sample that we wanted. So we can go in and yeah. Hey, that's a track right there, ain't it? Hey, I just throw a bass line in there. Let's see, I played a bass line, man, before I made this video. I don't know if it's gonna fit though. I grooved a little bit. So that's basically using Electri6ity to make some good rhythm guitar. If it helped, good. If it didn't, hey, throw it away. Don't watch my videos no more. Nah, I'm just playing, man. But if it helped, I'm glad. If it didn't, I'll try better the next time. It's your boy, the Black Jedi, man. I'm out.